Oh, the Green Bay Packers. The team that could not run the tush push this season, or the brotherly shove, as I like to call it here in Philadelphia. Of course, the Commanders, Frankie Louvu, tried to jump over the top multiple times, to the point that Sean Ogilvy, the referee in the NFC Championship game, was going to award a score to the Philadelphia Eagles. And now he and even Sean McDermott, which I find hilarious because Buffalo runs the same play. It's just Kansas City stops it because Buffalo just runs to the left every single time. They have no variance off their bobsled like the Philadelphia Eagles do the brotherly shove. We've done the reverse. We've even done a pass last season out of it against Green Bay in that postseason game. And I'll be honest with you, if they ban the brotherly shove because 31 other teams cannot do what the Philadelphia Eagles do, the NFL acronym will be for the No Fun Week, but it won't matter because the Eagles will find a new inventive way and they'll still get the QB sneak 90 to 95% of the time because of what they have. It is not just the fact that they have somebody in the backfield pushing Jalen Hurts behind. It is the fact that Jalen Hurts does squat 500 pounds. It is the fact that they do have a very powerful and a very big offensive line that gets a significant push. And they always say in football, the low man wins. And that's what this play is. The Eagles' big, powerful, and physical offensive line is getting lower. Their pads are getting lower than the defenders' pads, and they're driving forward. And it, excuse me. And essentially, Jalen Hurts is just finding the lane to pick up the yardage needed to secure whether it's a first down. I think Philadelphia could do this 3 out of 4 times and gain 3, 4 yards and get into the end zone. It's again, everybody said that when Jason Kelsey left, oh, the brotherly shove was going to be stopped. It's not going to be as successful, and yet it was, if not as successful, it was even more successful this season than it was in past seasons. And it's again because Cam Urges is a very similar body type to Jason Kelsey, and they worked with him. You saw very early in the year, he struggled with doing, excuse me, but doing the snap to Jalen Hurts. Philadelphia actually missed the brotherly shove twice in that game, week 1, against who? The Green Bay Packers in Brazil. And the fact that half the NFL coaches seem to want to outlaw it, and half the NFL coaches um don't really care and think that you should find a way to stop it and that there is a way to stop it. I mean, Tampa Bay did stop it a couple years ago in that wild card game. It goes to show you that in my opinion, they should not outlaw it. They should not ban it. And other teams like the New York Giants, the Buffalo Bills, I think even Michigan in college football tried to do it and they failed miserably because they don't know the skill that my Philadelphia Eagles have had to master this play. It is not just pure luck. It is the way that the Eagles run the play that makes it successful. And Buffalo, because they have Josh Allen and he's 6'5" and he's strong, they could have a lot of success with the play too, and they have. But they don't have any variance of the snap count. They don't have any variance off the play, and that's what makes the Philadelphia play more deadly than the Buffalo play. But I do find it ironic that the Buffalo Bills decide that they get stopped on their bobsled by the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, and now they're trying to outlaw the brotherly shove, which is the same play that they run. Now, when it comes to the other NFL rule change the NFL was discussing about the new dynamic kickoff. And I don't understand this narrative around the NFL that this dynamic kickoff did not work. In my opinion, it did when there were kickoffs. I think the biggest issue with the new dynamic kickoff is there were still a lot of touchbacks with the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. And there are rumors out there that as the NFL owners meeting sort of culminates here at the combine this week, in Indianapolis. The NFL may tinker with its kickoff again. There's some rumors out there that they may go to the 35-yard line for touchbacks. I think it's a mistake. I think the NFL has a very simple solution, and I said this since I first saw the kickoff in the regular season this year. You need to move the kicker back. I think the kicker right now kicks the ball from the 35-yard line. Have him kick the ball to the 40. And if that is too, deep and you're still getting a lot of touchbacks, then move him back to the 45-yard line. The kickoff, in theory, does work, right? You kick it into the landing zone, you recover it. Then everybody is 5 yards away from the ball, and it is essentially a punt return. We've seen more kickoffs taken back for touchdowns. We've seen more explosive plays out of the kickoff when somebody actually has the ball in their hands. We just did not see enough of the ball in their hands. So I know what the NFL is saying that, hey, maybe these kickers try to lay off the kick a little bit. Not kick it as far because these kickers have longer legs these days. But some of the kickers and punters have gotten into the landing zone consistently. Some of them have kicked it out of the end zone consistently. I think it really depends on the leg you have, where the easiest solution is to just move the ball back, just move the kickoff back. Don't punish teams for getting a touchback because at that point you're almost punishing the defense because you're giving the offense such good field position. Just move the yardage back for where the kicker gets the ball off and you're going to get more returns. It's simple math. So I like the dynamic kickoff. I think it made sense when it happened. I do think there's a lot of tricks and variants you can do with it. And again, I thought when we actually add returns this year, the kickoff in theory worked. It created more big plays, it created more excitement. Every time someone touched the ball on that dynamic kickoff, you sort of felt like A, you were either going to get the ball at the 10-yard line, or B, there was a chance to make a real play out of it. I like that aspect of it. To me, in order to prevent the touchbacks, you just move the football back. Like that clip from the Brands World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brands World podcast right here on YouTube.